Morning guys, okay, so I'm Lynn from homebuyeruk.co.uk. So we're just going to do like a little instructional / review of the Pinter. So this is the first stage, we just did an unboxing. I've never tried fresh brewing in the past, this is my first experience, and I've got to say, they seem to have everything kind of under control. It's all step-by-step guides, there's QR codes for instructions. It is really easy, so if I can do it, obviously I haven't done it yet, but if I can do it, then definitely anyone can do it. So within the Eco Crate, these are the packages you get sent through your door, and again, this is why there's such a reduction in packaging, because this is going to make 10 pints of beer, whereas if you were ordering that online from a craft brewery, you know, you've got obviously either a bag or a keg. So environmentally, this is really good, and it's just, you're making your own beer, it's completely fresh. Those beers have obviously been sat in containers for however long, and that's what this is all about. So, so you get in there, you get the fresh press. We don't need that for this stage. This is the purifying stage, which is effectively cleaning out the Pinter ready to use it. And then there's the yeast. We don't need that in a minute. So all we need for this stage is this, okay? So what we're going to do, follow the instructions. There's a QR code. So all you do is put your camera on the QR code, and it gives you step by step. I'm literally going to go through it step by step. Obviously once you've done it a few times, you'll fly through this and it'll be much quicker, okay? So step one, what we do, slide the handle off, so that just literally slides off here like that. 2 seconds, I can't see what I'm doing. So just slide it off to the right, so the handle comes off, and you take off this plate on the front. This is the brewing dock, okay, we'll need that in a minute. What we do, we unscrew this, let's go out. So this is the lid. Again, with this, one of the keys to fresh brewing is to make sure everything is sanitized and really clean. So this part is really important, okay? So we take that off, and the next step, again I'm just following this, we make sure on the back of the Pinter that this switch is turned to carbonated, okay? So it just literally takes a second, but that has to be there. So make sure that's on at that point. Just pressing next again. So at this point we're going to add the purifier to the vessel. I'm going to put this into the Pinter. So let's make sure we get all that in there. So there's a little seal. And I put the kids in the other room watching Frozen. Okay, so pour that in. Okay, then what we're going to do, just going to put that aside a second. We've put that in. Next stage, we're going to put the lid back on. Yeah, sorry, no, we're not. We're going to add some water. So, and what we do, we're going to put warm or hot water into the, basically half fill it up, okay? We'll set this over to the sink. And ours are the wrong way around, our taps, so the hot is on the right hand side. You can fill up, there's a line inside, which is about halfway up. Okay, like I said, all you're doing is washing this out with the purifier, so it's not that scientific. I'm just going to follow the steps, and we'll do that all the way through it, and then just get the phone. So there's the instructions. They're literally on the step-by-step guide. Okay, so that's enough. And we put the lid back on. Let's move that out of the way. So this goes back on here. Make sure that's tightened up properly. Okay, that's nice and tight. And that goes back on the top. And again, it just tells you to make sure that it is all secured properly. Then what we're going to do, lift it up, and we're going to give it a little shake. And we're going to turn it this way, and I'm going to shake it for 10 seconds. We just want, obviously, all the liquid inside, touching all the surfaces. I guess for the first one, well, it's always important, they need to be sanitized, but obviously once you've used it a few times, this will be part of the process, and obviously it'll just be much quicker as you go. Give it a good shake. Okay. Again, you've got this handle here, so you can hold it. Okay, so here we go. So, and we stand it up there, and then this stage, we're going to add now the this is the brewing dock. Okay. So again, they've got everything really well organised and really well instructed. So you've got 1, 2 on the bottom, and on here you've got A. And all you do, so you line up A with 1, like this. So here. Okay, and you put a little bit of pressure on down, and you turn it to get A lined up with 2. Just feel around and you'll feel that it's actually nice and sealed. Okay, next stage, we just need to make sure that's on. And then what we do, we turn it over onto the brew dock. Like this. And that's just cleaning out. And then we leave that for 10 seconds, okay? Press next. Again, it tells us everything we're doing. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put this into the sink. And we're going to take the bottom off. We're just going to obviously turn it the opposite direction, like so. Let's have a look. So we're going to turn it back to, so turn 1 back to A, like so. And we're going to pull this off, and if you hold that over the sink, like so, with the spout there, and then what we're going to do, give that a good shake, and just make sure that stays in there for a second. And then what we're going to do, we just reapply the handle, and we're going to run a tiny bit, just for a few seconds, let it run. And all that's doing is cleaning obviously the nozzle. Okay. And next step. And then all you're going to do then is empty out. So we're going to take the handle back off. And then we're just going to empty all that out. Okay. So, sorry, wrong way. Just unscrew it and empty out all the purifier. You don't need to rinse it, okay? You just leave it as it is. And when it's done with fresh brewing, or you know that you always leave that stuff in there. So I've seen it online, I've never actually done it myself. Okay, so we're just going to make sure all of the purifier is out of here and out of the brewing dock. And then we'll go on to the next stage, which is the brewing. So there you go, a couple of minutes. Like I say, obviously it's just cleaning it out. It's going to be much quicker, but we're following the instructions at the moment just so we'll show you how easy it is. Cool. See you in a bit.